are gonna be doing another Crumbl cookie recipe. I'm just obsessed with these cookies. It's not that I love how they taste. To me, they're a little too sweet, but the flavor combos are incredible. Look at this one, strawberry crumb cake cookie. Stay till the end, we're gonna be doing a little taste comparison. Now this cookie is very easy. It's a sugar cookie base, and it needs to have a little bit of a cake flavor, so we're gonna be adding a little bit of cake mix. This is what I'm using today. You see me using this brand, Sweet Tooth Fairy, in a lot of my recipes because it doesn't really have too much of that artificial cake taste such as Duncan Hines and Betty Crocker. My second choice would be like a Whole Foods brand at 365. They have a really good cake mix flour as well. We're gonna cream together our butter with our sugar. This is brown sugar and white sugar. Don't forget that this full recipe, it's always listed down below in the description box. Once the butter and sugar is all mixed together, you shouldn't see any big chunks of butter. It should just be all incorporated well. So add some vanilla extract. This is 3 teaspoons. And then we have our egg. This right here, this is called butter emulsion. It has just like a really slight butter taste. I found that when I add this secret ingredient, it kind of makes the cookies taste more similar to a Crumbl cookie. It gives it like that wow factor. So you can find that at Michael's craft store, as well as this cake mix we're using today. And that is it. Now we're just gonna add our dry ingredients and get these babies in the oven. So this is flour, our cake flour. And then here I have some cornstarch, salt, and baking soda. Okay guys, now that our dough is made, look how it comes together just so nicely. This is such a good sugar cookie dough. When you try the cookie, you're gonna see it has white chocolate chips inside, and this really gives it that strawberries and cream taste. I have here a 1/2 cup measuring scoop, and we're gonna put the dough inside just to measure them all out. Roll it into a ball. And leave about 2 inches between each cookie because these are gonna spread a lot. Let's start off with 3. I like to always do a test batch to see like how much they spread, if they're looking okay, if they're too flat. If your cookies are ever too flat, you can go ahead and save all the batter by adding a little more flour to the dough. That way you don't waste a whole batch of cookies. So these are gonna bake for around 15 to 17 minutes. You want them to be gooey inside. Do not overbake these because then once they cool, they're gonna be crispy and they will not resemble a Crumbl cookie. I almost forgot, before you pop these in the oven, tap them down a little with your spoon or your hand so they resemble more of a hockey puck and not so much a golf ball. Halfway through, look how good they look. The cookies are ready. This is what they look like. The sides are golden brown. Look, the middle is really like doughy. And what's gonna happen is once this cools, it's just gonna turn into a completely different texture. It's gonna be chewy because we added cornstarch. It's gonna be chewy. Just let it cool. Don't touch this cookie for at least 10 minutes. To make this glaze, I just have here about 2 tablespoons of milk with a cup of powdered sugar. You want this glaze to be really thick. The reason why you want it thick is because when it hardens, you want it to look really white. You don't want it to just become transparent on the cookie. Go ahead and take some glaze and brush it on top of the cookie. This is so fun. What I love about these cookies, I like to make them for like events or parties or just give them to family or coworkers. And people, they really like the creativity of the flavor. Everybody wants to try it. The most popular cookie I think so far has been the s'mores cookie. After you glazed your cookie, now it's gonna need the crumb topping. I'm gonna do that by just taking one of the cookies. This one, it has a weird shape, so I'm gonna use this one. Go ahead and crumble it into a bowl. Make sure you have big and small crumbs. And once it's crumbled into the bowl, you're gonna mix in some of these freeze-dried strawberries. Crush them up so that they're in fine pieces. Ooh, I already want to try this. It smells so good. All right, guys, it's time for the best parts, the moment of truth. Here is Crumbl's, and then here's mine. Whoa. Okay, so Crumbl's looks a little more whiter. This one looks a little more dark. Mine came out a little bigger. Let's try Crumbl's first. When you break open Crumbl's, you can always see that it has like a very gooey inside. Sorry, I know I'm making a big mess. All right, let's give mine a try. Look how gooey and soft. I love how the edges is still crispy on this. It always tastes so better homemade. You can just tell like all the ingredients are better quality than the taste of the Crumbl one. The white chocolate really stands out. And even the butter is so good, the crispy edges, and it just caramelized the butter and gave it like such a good taste. Super gooey on the inside and extremely crispy on the outside. The Crumbl cookie doesn't have that. Like the whole thing tastes the same. It doesn't have those different flavor profiles as this homemade one does. Now, if you guys enjoyed this recipe, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Be sure to check out my other Crumbl cookie recipes down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and as usual, stay tuned for more quick and easy recipes, all of them always with a unique twist.